Dry weather's already been a bit of a concern, and it'll continue to be because not much rain is likely as we go through this week of weather. Also, we're looking at the latest in fall colors. The tropics not dead yet. And we're also looking at something you could see in the nighttime sky. Thanks for being with us. Let's get right to it. And looking at your 7-day forecast off the top, that kind of tells the story. Mostly temperatures in the 60s as we go throughout the rest of the week. But in the meantime, I want to show you something that's going on. Look how sunsetty it is right now. 6:30 in the evening. It is very, very twilighty for sure. Now, the official sunset this evening is coming up in just about 6 minutes, but you can already tell the sun is getting ready to go down below the horizon. In Burlington, you've already done it right now. Let's take a look at your sunset time frame. In fact, this is something of a talker over the next couple of weeks. For today, the sun's going down at about 6:37. We're 2 weeks away from the dreaded time change. Not everybody hates it. Most of us do. Who knows? It doesn't matter. We're going to have to do it. So about 2 weeks from now, less than 2 weeks from now, we'll be changing those clocks. We go into daylight time. Sunset happens at about 5:21. The days are really shrinking. So now we're at about 11 hours of day length. In about 4 weeks, we'll be about 10 hours of day length. Remember, the shortest days of the year happen in the month of November, December, and January. Those are the 3 shortest months for daylight. And we will see that sooner rather than later. In the meantime, just enjoy while you can. Temperatures are in the mid-60s right now. It's been a bit of a breezy day, too. The winds have been gusting every now and then up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. In Boone, they had a 50-mile-per-hour wind today. Jefferson did too. So that's something to keep an eye on. Over the next couple of days, I do expect small changes. We have a cold front on the move tomorrow. Much like we had yesterday, there's a cold front kind of sailing our way on your Monday and into the day on Tuesday. So we're looking at this cold front getting a little bit closer with a breeze for tomorrow. Ahead of it, this is one of those occasions where we say sometimes, might not expect it, but the cold front's actually going to warm us up. So ahead of it, the front will warm us up into the 70s. It's because of a south wind. Notice the little small dots on your screen. Those are the wind barbs moving our way, getting us into the 70s. So that's something cool. Beyond that, the front pulls by. And when we see that front, we'll get our colder wind direction back in place with cool weather. Wednesday will be a chilly day. It'll be in the 40s in the morning, 60s for the afternoon. That's the kind of weather that will continue through the rest of the week. So tomorrow's the oddball, a little bit warmer with a small chance of a rain shower in the evening. And then behind that, we are looking to be stuck with some of that cooler weather and sun-filled weather too for the rest of the week. I do just want to mention this because it's a low chance, but tomorrow afternoon, there's at least the opportunity here of a stray shower. Not many of us will see that, but there's the opportunity a couple of us could catch a sprinkle. Like I said, mostly between about 4 p.m. and around 10 p.m. tomorrow. Let's keep an eye on that. That's part of the cold front. It's really our only chance for rain of the week. Otherwise, we're talking about fall weather. It is the fall season. Maybe you got up and saw some fall color this weekend. It's fading in the North Carolina mountains. Those colors are getting a little bit harder to come by. A lot of the trees dropped their leaves this weekend. In the high elevations of North Carolina, they're already past peak right now. And that happened pretty quickly. It might seem like it happened fast, right? But it's come and gone. At places like Grandfather Mountain, they don't have leaves anymore. That's just kind of the way it is. So the highest of elevations, they're kind of toast for color right now. But it's still peak at the lower elevations, 3,000 feet or so, looking really nice. Around Boone and Blowing Rock, looking good. Linville Gorge would be beautiful to get to. Stone Mountain would be a great place to go to this week or next week. And we're starting to see some more moderate colors creeping into the Piedmont too. So I would expect our peak color season is coming up, over the next 10 days or so. So give it some time, but we will be able to see some of that color more and more locally over the next couple of days. Something else to check out in the night sky each and every evening. This is called, affectionately, Comet Lemon. I don't know why they're calling it this. It is not the fruit. Note the 2 M's. I'm assuming it's named after somebody named Lemon. However, this is something you're able to catch an eye on over the next couple of days to the next couple of weeks if you know where to look and what to look for. So to be more specific, we're talking about a comet. A comet is a big ball of ice hurtling through the galaxy, the solar system, through space. You want to be looking in the northwest sky, and you want to look between about 7 and 8 p.m. So really, you could start trying your luck in the next hour. You need binoculars or a telescope. What you'll do is you'll find the Big Dipper first, that's in the northwest sky, and then from here, you want to look to the left a little bit. If you have a good keen eye, you might be able to spot it, but better to use the binoculars or a telescope. You can also use the night mode on your phone. That can help to enhance the light coming into the frame, and it might be able to spot it before you are able to spot it. So keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the tropics. This is something we're going to be tracking over the next week. Here in the Caribbean, just to kind of set your geography, we're in the Caribbean Sea, Caribbean, however you want to say it, north of South America, south of the island chains. So right here, this is what we call a tropical wave. It's trying to get organized, and it could get organized as soon as later tonight, the next couple of days. Once that happens, we'll have either a tropical depression or a tropical storm. The next name on the list is Melissa. And I would expect that this is going to be one that is not affecting North Carolina. But something you might want to kind of consider here. There are a few options, a lot of options, as to where this thing will be going. There are some that really favor this northern out to sea track, and then there are others that take it farther off to the west. I tend to think that the northern option is the better one, or the more likely one. In this case, either one does not look to affect North Carolina at this time. We would, of course, let you know if that changes. But for right now, not something that I would get overly worked up over, unless, of course, you are taking a cruise down into that area. Here's your 7-day, looking at tomorrow at having a good chance of warmth and some wind. There will be a small chance of a late shower in the 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. time frame or so. Next week, 60s for the most part, low temperatures in the 40s. It'll be cold early on and cool in the afternoons.